As a society, we must make a distinction between laziness and fragmentation. Any claim that today's generation is the laziest to date is completely false. But any claim that we're the most distracted is so true. You know, there's a big difference here between when you're lazy and you're fragmented or distracted. Lazy people put in no effort. They don't have a will, they don't want to change anything. People that are distracted or fragmented have will, they have ambition. It's just not going into the right places and they're not moving the needle in their lives. I would rather be lazy than distracted and ambitious because lazy people have no will to change. Lazy people are happier than people that are fragmented and distracted because people that are fragmented and distracted are using more energy and getting the same results that lazy people are. I would much rather not want my life to change and be happy where I am right now than not be happy where I am right now and putting in so much effort to change it and going nowhere. But you see, right here is where most people live. Most people spend a ton of energy trying to change things and they don't get any reward for it. So, how can we change from the majority of the population being very ambitious with no results to more people being ambitious and putting that effort into the right places? Now, this is the whole entire idea of the school system. The school system is supposed to help people realize where they can channel their energy to make results, make an impact on the world, in turn, get compensated for it, and supposedly live great lives, right? How does this work out for people? Not very well, especially these days. I'm just finishing my first semester of school right now. And I get that freshman year, people aren't supposed to know what they want to do, I guess, but most people feel pressure to know what they want to do. And they know that they want to live great lives. And people are very concerned because they're putting in so much effort into all these different places. Most people have side projects going on, trying to get something to work in their lives, but nothing is changing. They still are broke college students that are learning about things that don't seem relevant to them. And now, in 4 years, I bet that a lot of kids here that are very smart and that are really putting effort in are going to have pretty good jobs. But the real question is, how do we optimize our lives with the interests that we have, the things that we love to do, so that we can move the needle more? We can get more bang for our buck in terms of energy. Because still, right now, it would be better to be lazy, where you're literally just sitting back and you're like, oh, I'm chilling right here. I don't need to go anywhere. I don't need results. I'm not going to get them. So why would I even try? And then there are the people that believe they can get results. They don't truly believe, because if they believe, they would get them. But they're trying to get results so hard. They're working so hard and they have no time. They have no time to enjoy anything. They're people, most of the world lives with no time and no money. And then you look at the top 56% of wealth that's controlled by the bottom 0.01%. And those are the people that have time and money. And then there's some people that have no time but a lot of money. But I know that most of us want to go from having no time and no money to having time and money. And that's a big, big shift to be made here, right? And I'm not sure logistically if most people can do that, but I know that you're watching and you could be one person that does this. And I'm currently on the same journey as you. I have never been lazy. I've spent most of my life in this boat of being very ambitious, wanting so much for myself, but having no time because I wasn't putting my energy in the right places. And only recently did I meet some people that have really helped me channel this energy into the right places. Now, let me tell you something. Do you know what the sharpest object in the entire world is? The sharpest object in the entire world is not diamond. It's not anything you may think. It's not any stone. It's not any metal. It's pressurized water. So when you have so much energy and you concentrate it in just a little place, that's the sharpest thing. And you know your energy works the exact same way. Once you focus all of this energy that you have that's being put in all the wrong places and you focus it on one thing, that's when the needle will move. You just need to think, where can I focus that the most? And that's what I've been thinking about a lot recently. And honestly, this video is not here to help you do that because I'm still on that journey myself, but it's to help you gain awareness of the problems that most people are going through and what your solutions to that can be. And I've made another video where I talked to someone, I interviewed someone on these solutions. I interviewed Hala Taha. She is incredible. She's 42, I think, and she owns one of the largest podcast networks in the world, top 100 podcaster, incredible entrepreneur. I've actually interviewed many people on this on the Grateful Podcast. You can go check it out if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're listening to the Grateful Podcast right now, I know you know what I'm talking about. And I know that you know that I am curious to getting the answers for all of us, to understanding how all of us can live the most fulfilled lives where we have time and we have freedom, because that's what all of us want, right? You know, something I've realized about myself recently is just how physical losing focus can feel. It's not just distraction up here, it hits my body. I feel it in my chest, it tightens. I get this restless urge to literally jump into everything at once, and I end up progressing very slowly. It always happens in mid afternoon, right when I'm switching from my school mode into podcast mode or into open project mode. My brain spreads my energy across three different universes, and I get mad at myself for not moving the needle how I want to in any of them. That cycle has been killing my progress for years. And if you notice that little green shot of Magic Mind that I chugged a minute ago, I've been taking one of those every morning for the past 15 days. The company just reached out. They said, try it for 15 days. If you don't genuinely feel anything, you don't have to talk about it. And I really respected it. I tried it. It worked. And that is why I'm talking about it. One thing that you learn studying neuroscience is that task switching has a real cost, a physical cost. Every time you jump from school to editing to planning a podcast to sending messages, your brain literally pays a metabolic tax. You burn glucose, you reset your prefrontal cortex, and it becomes harder to stay in a focused state. That tightening I talked about in my chest, it's literal physical manifestations of cognitive overload. And what surprised me the past 15 days wasn't some huge burst of energy. It was honestly the opposite. I stopped feeling frantic and my brain wasn't hunting for the next task. It felt okay concentrating on one. And that slow release caffeine and L-theanine that's in here put me into this calm, consistent lane where I was able to focus on one thing at a time in order of importance and finish them, which feels amazing. I felt myself locked into flow, not bouncing between three universes finally. And if you're anything like me, juggling school, building things, chasing big goals, your biggest enemy is not laziness, even though you may think it is. It's fragmentation. It's the anxious multitasking impulse that steals your day away. And this made monotasking feel possible again. So if you want to try what I've been using this past 2 weeks, the link is in the description. The code's Wagoner20, Wagoner 20. I almost misspelled my name. And that gets you 20% off or a 48% off a subscription. They also have a 100-day money-back guarantee. So even if you drink all of the shots, there's literally no risk in trying it. Okay. I appreciate you for tuning into this very short episode. It felt necessary. It felt like I had to make this. I was called to make this, so I'm going to make it. I'm going to put it out literally right when I'm done with this. Yeah. Thank you guys. I'm so grateful for all of you. Have a great day.